Alright guys, let's have a guy talk. We all have our ideal image of a woman, of what our typical type is like, Our personal preference, the type of woman we want to have as our girlfriend and maybe possibly someday as our wife, and that type of woman who's going to be at our side, our partner, and overall is going to help us become a better person. And I hope that your search for Mrs. Right is going well, guys. And if you guys need a little assistance, I recently did two videos. One talking about how to get a girlfriend, and the other one how to keep that girlfriend by being the perfect boyfriend. I'll have both of those videos linked in the description below for you to go check out and help you out in that cause. But today, like I said, it is guy talk, and it's gonna get a little serious because there are some women out there that we need to absolutely avoid at all costs. Not that I want to offend anybody, but there are some women out there that are just absolutely crazy, or they have certain characteristics that's going to overall corrupt as to what we're trying to put out into the world as men. So today I'm going to be going over 6 types of women you need to avoid dating coming up. Welcome to HP Fashion, where we give you tips and advice for men's fashion, grooming, and lifestyle. I am your host, Zach Fobbs. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit that notifications bell so that you're notified when more great content is dropped just like this. Inspiration for this video comes in a recent experience that I had with my girlfriend while sitting with her during one of her lectures. While we're waiting for the class to start, I heard this conversation between these two girls who were sitting right behind us, and gosh, they absolutely had nothing nice to say about anything. They were dissing the teacher, they were dissing teachers in general, they were dissing students, they were ditching the girls who were sitting 2 rows ahead of us. Just absolutely had nothing nice to say at all. So I was just like, what type of guy would actually want to go out with these girls? And even if they did care, this is not the way to do it. This is not the type of girl to be, to have a guy to like you. Hence came this inspiration for today's video. So let's go ahead and start with number 1, and that's the dumb girl. Now, we all met the dumb girl. Maybe she's, more attractive than the average girl would be, but she's kind of missing a few of these guys up here, she's that type of girl who can't really carry a conversation. That's the worst type of person to be around, even in general. There's nothing worse than trying to have an actual intellectual conversation with someone and it's just not connecting in there. They can't give a valid response. They can't keep the conversation going by voicing their own opinion or putting in some more facts into the conversation, which puts the conversation at a standstill, and it's completely boring. Plus, as a guy, we want to have a girl who always, because we're witty, we always want to try to crack a joke around our girls, and there's nothing worse than being with a girl that, despite her looks, every time you try to crack a smart joke, she just sits there like, I don't get it, and you're just sitting there like, why am I with you? Number 2, the supermodel. We all know this girl, the girl who knows that she is over the top attractive and she likes to show that off. It's that type of girl that at first when you start dating her, you're like, yeah, this is that type of girl that's just way out of my league, but she still chooses me. But maybe 2-3 weeks later, she starts turning heads of the other guys. Well, at first that was kind of cool that, guys were jealous and everything like that, but you don't like the fact that other guys are going to be just constantly eyeing your girl and that they're going to be just thinking about ways to try to talk to her despite the fact that she's with you. And we all know those certain type of girls who know that they're that attractive and they like that attention. They like the fact they have other guys, coming at them despite the fact that they're with you. And oftentimes it can lead to flirting with other guys, which is going to put an obvious strain on the relationship. The third type of girl that you should avoid dating is the princess. The girl who thinks that she is just above everyone else and that she thinks that her crap does not stink, which I have news for you, sweetheart, it does. And it's that type of girl who's just always relying on daddy's money. Not to say that all girls who live a nice cushy life are like that, but in the sense that she doesn't have a sense of responsibility or any consequence in her life. She just constantly thinks that daddy's gonna fix this, or my rich parents gonna fix this, or it's never my fault when it comes to this certain thing going wrong. I always get my way, and God forbid if she doesn't, she's gonna throw a temper tantrum fit for a 4-year-old. So guys, if you are hanging around with this girl and you're trying to talk to her and you're noticing these signs, run. Number 4, the crybaby. The girl that you feel like you have to walk around eggshells with when it comes to her. And that girl girl who just seems never to seem to take a joke or take any forms of criticism, because God forbid if you say anything to her other than sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns, then it is game over, and you're very embarrassingly trying to get her to calm down while in the middle of your day, which no guy wants to try to deal with that, trust me. And it's that girl who's always sulking and always in a sour, bad mood, which is gonna of course bring you down, but you're not that type of guy. You're that type of guy who walks in a room and instantly the room lights up because of your good mood, your confidence, your charisma, and that type of girl is gonna just slow you down. So if you're showing that signs that of a girl that you like, that she's always kind of sulking and everything like that, kind of just keep your distance. Number 5. Now, I've never used profanity on this channel before, and I'm not going to start today, but for lack of better terms, and if you don't know what this means, I would encourage you to look it up, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, hence the girl sitting behind us. But this girl, she has nothing nice to say about anything or anyone. She just mean and just talks bad about anything for no apparent reason. She's always mean to people who serve her, like baristas, waiters, people who just at the grocery store, and you're just sitting there like, why do you have to be so rude? And she's always rude to her friends, her family, and now that's a red flag just within itself. If she's rude to her mom, she does not show any sort of respect towards her dad, how do you think that she's going to be reacting towards you? And I think the worst part about that type of girl is that she thinks that she's never in the wrong, which I don't completely get. Like, how can you be that mean, that rude to people, and hearing you don't think back about what you say and think about like what you could have done different? But if you have that type of girl around you and you're trying to talk to her and you're showing those signs, just like I said in my previous tip, run. And finally, number 6, the immature girl. The type of girl who enjoys playing games in a relationship, who enjoys the drama, and you know that girl who typically thinks that her inspiration in life is like watching these terrible reality shows, because she tries to reflect that in real life, which is completely sociopathic-ish. Is that how you say it? My point being is that she's not looking for a serious relationship. She's not in it for the long run, for you two to persevere together as a couple, but she's basically with you just to break up and to have that drama in her life, just to have that sort of excitement, you know, which sounds kind of sick, but trust me, those girls exist. And not to give you too much detail about it, maybe I will one day in one video, but you know, I dated a girl, you know, she typically enjoyed, you know, partying and stuff like that, but she for some reason liked having the status of a boyfriend, but turned out she cheated a lot, and I was, you know, I was completely messed up about it, and like, it's not affecting me now, but still, you know, it's like, why would you do that? I mean, if you're in a relationship with someone, you should have that maturity, you should have that sense of responsibility towards that person, that sort of respect to that person, that you would actually try to, you know, keep them happy, you know, follow the rules of what you can and can't do. And obviously an immature girl does not like to follow by those rules. So guys, if you're showing signs of this, then in the early stage of you knowing this girl, then head for the hills. And that's it today. Again, I'm hoping I did not offend anybody in this video. This is just some straight guy talk and some facts that I'm trying to give you guys, some early warning signs that you guys can try to catch in the early stage of you talking to this girl. If you're with this person, try to re-examine it and make sure that you're with the person that you need to be, that is better for you and your character and the goals that you have for yourself. If you like today's video, guys, and you learned something from it, don't forget to drop us a like down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and help us build the Humble and Bold community. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you next time.